Mm-hmm. 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 Oh! Hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. And welcome to another Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. And as I have done for the last 9 months and counting, that daily streak remains strong every day for 9 months and counting. I am here to open my office doors to you, the SCP Foundation staff, to answer your burning questions about this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who tried to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures for anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. We are here for about the next hour and change, hour-ish, but the standard Q&A will of course have to wait until after, some standard housekeeping. So, Dr. Val, congratulations on being our #1 most punctual member of today's Containment Hazard Assessment team, i.e. congratulations on being first chatter. And then, Jace Official, Green Coded, Black Phoenix, Researcher Last, Amber, Just Pit, Star the Comet, Intern Kodakin indeed, Silent Follower. Did I say Green Coded? If not, I say Green Coded now. Senior Researcher Alex, Affleck, Lil Ghost Does Stuff, everyone who I've just named, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being members of Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. And finally, Mesozoic Mayhem, Rar Caution, Doomslayer, Site 60, and Liamer. Welcome to today's stream. Thank you for being punctual, and thank you for being here just for being you. Now, secondarily, the standard Q&A, including your donations, are going to have to wait for a minute. I will answer every donation. We will do the standard Q&A, but we have a double-length Fan Art Friday to get through, because obviously, while I was on the field last week, I was unable to check Fan Art Friday. So, a double-length Fan Art Friday is here, followed by me catching up on all your donations and your standard questions. So, let's get this thing on the road. Let's get going, because we're going to be at this for a minute. Starting with Intern Willem. Intern Willem, you did not send me a user handle, so I'm just going to call you Intern Willem. Sent us what is called Art of Our Universe and an arguably funnier alternate. Now, here's an annoyance. Sometimes when you upload your photos, they upload sideways. And I can't turn my camera sideways to show you this from a sideways angle, or at least I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. When I turn this sideways, does it look right to you? Can you still see? Can you still see? Although now I'm mad and I don't want you to still see. Why am I that thing? That thing's not me. That thing doesn't stream. I'm the site director. In an alternate universe where that thing is me and a streamer, And meanwhile, yes, the tree screamed, signed by that same researcher. What is you guys' problems? What is your obsession with that disgusting thing? Thank you for your contribution, Intern Willem. Next up, we are visited by SCP-6820 Pixel Fan Art from Chatter Containment Hazard Assessment Team member Jester Blitz. Jester Blitz has sent to us this pixel art of the Termination Machine, SCP-682-0. Not SCP-682-0, SCP-6820. It is just 4 digits. Followed by 6820's Rage Mode. So we have the original flavor, and then when it's mad. Jester Blitz. Very nice and very accurate to what that thing does. Also, Intern Sandoval. Welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Next up on our list, Containment Hazard Assessment Team member Skullwolf Kurt has sent us a 5-page comic. Well, that's fairly impressive. A 5-page comic. Well, let us do some comic appreciation. Maybe I'll find myself in the Sunday morning newspaper. Test redacted number, status in progress.
Oh boy, first test with Dr. Sherman. Wonder what he's gonna ask me to do.
SCP redacted, your objective is to make that tree scream. Oh, now I see.
Can you say that again, please?
Just make that damn tree scream! Oh, okay, I'll do my best. God, I think this is just a waste of time. Well, the scavenger protocol was completely okay as a go, so we don't have to worry about that. That's good news, it's merely an obligation. We'll not tolerate an incident during this test. If one occurs, I will be held responsible. That's very good, I appreciate that. I will. I am in charge here, which means it's your fault. In that case, it's going to be a problem. I don't think it's going to be a problem. In fact, I think it's going to be very helpful. Hello, could you please scream? And this is supposed to be helpful. Attempt 3. Attempt 5.
Look out, a lumberjack!
They are very scary to trees, I understand this. Not bad at strategy. 10th attempt. Ow! I don't know why you thought that was going to work. I think you need to come up with some better strategies to make the tree scream and get back to me. But otherwise, hey, you made a comic. Congratulations. Keep up the good work. Next up on our list is Intern Anderson. Intern Anderson has brought to us Bobble the clown is tired of clowning around. It's a sad Bobble. I feel like maybe that's a library with the books, I guess. And then, man, we should send Bobble to see Pagliacci. Certainly nothing can go wrong with that plan. But good work, Intern Anderson. Next up, the first of 2 emails from Intern Hazard. Now, normally we would have a rule against sending multiple emails, but of course, this is 2 Fan Art Fridays, so it's not against the rule. I'm just using this as an excuse to mention the rule so that people who send multiple pieces remember to do single emails with their pieces in the future. But this is not a rule break. This is just a reminder. So first of all, Hazard has sent to us their nice little Site 42 logo that fits on their nice little Site 42 tactical helmet, or their standard tactical helmet, which has now a 42 logo. And I think that's looking pretty good. But now we jump to the second email so I can finish the job here with Hazard. And there it is. And now here is our, what is that? Oh my, 343, this kid. That's my new friend. So, that's horrifying. I agree with this feeling right here. That is me in this exact moment. Feeling good. Feeling accurate. You, freaking me out a bit. That, freaking me out a lot. This, accurate. No lies detected. Good work, Intern Hazard. Next up is Ophelia Unavailable. Ophelia Unavailable is here in the chat. This week I made 2 drawings of SCP-076, known as Able, as well as more progress on an 8980 animation. That sounds terrifying. Oh my. All right, well, let's see the Able at least. Prepare yourselves for battle. That's gonna be someone's wallpaper. That's for sure. People are gonna like that. And then, so demure, so cutesy. Damn. Damn, Ophelia Unavailable. Man, Fanart Friday's going hard this week. Put those in the Site 42 shop right this minute, or I'm sending them to Eric. Desk, talk to Ophelia Unavailable first. Calm down. There are their rules. If they want to merchandise-ify it, talk to the maker. The maker. Junior Researcher Sally, we have not got to you yet. I saw you on the list, though. Next up on our list, though, is Dr. Val. Dr. Val has brought to us number 1. Dr. Alto Clef as a mischievous imp. Oh my gosh. That's pretty cool. I mean, we don't really need Clef to be more of a mischievous imp than he already is, but I guess that's where we are. Objection! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I don't know if you guys know how much of a Phoenix Wright stan I am. Hell yes! Hell yes! Let's go! Woo! Love it! And, oh my god! Oh no! That SCP-420-J! Clef, no! Clef! Look out! Hell yeah, Dr. Val. Hell yeah. Whew! Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. 7 more, we're making good time, everyone. We will have plenty of time for questions and donations and all that as soon as I am done with these arts. Moving on to Rar Caution. Rar Caution has brought to us some art. Piece number 1 is Scene Kid Dr. Sherman. Back when I worked for Busch Gardens Hollow Scream as a scare actor, one of the roles was as a vampire club kid. And so this is actually pretty accurate for that phase. This is kind of what it looked like. That's legit. And then we have a Dr. Benjamin Kondraki, a bracelet. Very nice braceleting. Next up, Intern Kudakin. Star the Comet, otherwise known as Intern Kudakin, is about to bring us some art. First, okay, D-Class, you get a cake for your birthday. That's nicest I've ever seen us be to a D-Class. Bzz. Do not eat the cake, do not eat the cake, do not... Okay, no, that does sound like us, actually. Chell? Wait, why do we know who Chell is? Or, we might know Aperture Science, but one little lonely test subject who's basically a D-Class? I don't know if we're on a first-name basis with that, but I do see, little GLaDOS back there. Okay, maybe there's more to the relationship between the Foundation and Aperture Science than I would have first thought. Secondarily, your fashionista take on Dr. Iceberg. I like the little pocket watch in there. And then you got, ooh, that is looking svelte. It's looking shiny and good. Very fancy. Dig it. And now there's a third thing here, but the third thing here is a video, which means I need to put you guys down for a minute. And I need to silence the music. And I need to pull up the video. And so, prepare yourselves. Whoa, whoa. The sound effect spoils the joke. All right, here we go. Hello, Kondraki. What are you doing? Just Pit, you said exactly my thought. Duke till dawn, kinda. No, that's Duke till dawn. That is just the plot of Duke till dawn. Yes! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Intern Kudakin. Frickin' picking up the reins. Bastard. Mad bastard. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, bring back the tunes. Good work, Intern Kudakin. Next up, Leha Tender. Please accept this. It's so fucking funny and it took me 3 hours. Okay. Let's see what you've got. I am the cure, but not even gay. Yes, I am already #annoyed in asexual. at the implication here. Yes, I would look at me like that too. That would be a way you would know I am out of character, and something therefore had to be happening. If you ever see me making out with staff, it means I have been replaced with a body double, and to please find help. But thank you, Leha. Thank you, Leha. Not my flavor, not my preference, but thank you. Hashtag confused and asexual. The Find Us Alive Duke Till Dawn reading was everything I ever wanted. Just Pitt. It was very fun to get to be a part of that. Did you know that I have a one-man version of it from like 10 years before that? We have a version here, but it was just me voicing everyone, which is ridiculous. But that's on the channel too. And so you can check that out along the way. All right, back to the Doc, I couldn't find the video you said. Star the comment. What do you mean you couldn't find the video I said? Which video? If you're talking about the Duke Till Dawn, that's on this channel. Site 42 Duke Till Dawn is just like 10 years old, so you got to go far back. All right, I'm trying to get back to the fan art. I got distracted by something here. There we go. We're back. Oh, Find Us Alive, Duke Till Dawn. Yeah, that exists. Find Us Alive, Duke Till Dawn. I mean, I just found it on Spotify very easily. I'm sure it's on YouTube too. Oh, it's because their YouTube channel is now called Hodgepodge Audio. So Duke Till Dawn Audio Tale on Hodgepodge Audio is what you're looking for the Find Us Alive version. Okay. Now, let me get this last bit of Fan Art Friday completed, and we'll get on to standard Q&A and things like that. So, SCP-049 Plague Doctor has sent us in a cadre of pieces. So, starting with... we have SCP-001 Scarlet King. That is pretty intimidating, I will say. SCP-999 Held by Me. I like the color contrast. That is nice. And SCP-001 Pin. Gate Guardian of the Gate. And then there was more to this. Here we are. So here is... Why would you make a reminder token of that thing to keep with you? You're all insane. Why are there anchovies on the bagels? Why are there anchovies on the bagels? Dr. Clef's seminar on reality benders featuring Desk of Alto Clef. If you haven't heard it, that is a very good iteration of that tale hosted on the Site 42 channel. And then we have a Site 42 bracelet. Oh, that fucking thing. And why are there anchovies on the bagels? Oh, Just Pit. I've got to show you this. You have distracted me successfully again. Good job. Let me see if I can find it. This is a 7-year-old Tumblr meme that I commissioned an SCP artist to draw this while I did the voice. And so here's something you might not have seen on the channel because it was released like 10 years ago. Full screen.
I am the gate guardian, guardian of the gate. Abel quivers before him. Fuck off. I am the gate guardian, guardian of the gate. Abel quivers before him. Fuck off.
That's not Fan Art Friday, but that is bonus art for you that you may not have seen in the past. From the ancient vaults of Site 42. Yes, Just Pit, when you said Scarlet King, I was like, no, Scarlet King doesn't, but Abel. Abel quivers before him! So, yes, you're welcome. All right, back to Fan Art Friday. We're almost done. We're almost done. SCP: on budget. Brought to us by Intern Gage. Intern Gage has sent us SCP, quote, on budget. There's SCP-999 happy down there. There's a SCP-682, ha ha ha, I no die. Why you no scream? You mad, bro? This is a smorgasbord of brain rot. Hurts the eyes. Thank you for your contribution, Intern Gage. Oh no. Tarleton Fox, don't say why you no scream like that. The Dr. Sherman why you no scream troll face memes are coming, I'm afraid. Next up, we have Intern Zenith. Zenith has brought to us Numero uno. The in progress Dr. Sherman. Numero dos. The very brightly colored happy time Dr. Sherman. Well, not very happy time, but looking very dignified, very snooty. And then, boop boop. The one where the white filter was accidentally off and Dr. Sherman became a vampire. Evil Dr. Sherman. Darkness. Thank you, Zenith, for your contribution. I like the Togepi shirts. That one's very popular among the fandom. And as our grand finale, we have our resident junior researcher, Sally. Junior researcher Sally is here with, at first, a cadre of upcoming Site 42 prospective emotes. The Dr. Clef emote is scaring me. That is not Dr. Clef, that is Sabretooth. Where's Wolverine at? Protect me. And then, the Glory Desk. George the Chinchilla looking very dapper. SCP-1762 for when we need to have cry emojis in the chat. Everyone knows you're crying when you post the 1762. Josie the Half-Cat looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Well, bright-eyed at least. And grand finale. No! No, what? I am not in love with that disgusting thing. Baka. Junior researcher Sally, thank you for your submission. Eldritch Demon Yowie. Well, I mean, I guess that's a logical progression from Hockey Yowie being the most popular thing right now, so I don't know. All right. Everyone, give a hand to our resident artists. The Site 42 Fan Art Friday is now complete. Everyone ate. And now we move on to our successful Q&A. Starting with Lil Ghost Does Stuff. Question: how does one submit fan art for Site 42? Desk will drop a link in the chat. It leads to the fan art submission rules and the email with which to do so. So read the rules, follow the rules, because if you don't follow the rules, you will not be shown. For instance, we did have one rule breaker this week. Thank you for reminding me. Someone submitted just their OC. And remember, Fan Art Friday is fan art of the SCP Foundation, and Site 42 is included in that. But your own OC is just your OC. So you gotta add other characters from the SCP lore, put me in there with it, I don't know, but fan art is fan art, and you gotta follow the rules. So keep an eye out for Desk in the chat. Lil Ghost Does Stuff. The link to the rules in the submission email will be there soon. Furthermore, Amber, you're informing me that Andrea Joshua Asnikar just announced a new SCP project about 8 months upcoming. Well, I am immediately going to Andrea's YouTube channel. Andrea Joshua Asnikar YouTube. All right, what you got, buddy? What you got? Is it a video announcement? No. Is it a post announcement? All right. Here is the announcement from friend of the channel, Andrea Joshua Asnikar. New SCP miniseries just wrapped. It will take 6 to 8 months to be up on the channel, but we're very excited to show you this one. Also, get ready for something new very, very soon. Does it get bigger? No, it doesn't get bigger. But, okay. Let me move that mouse. So we got some troops in the woods. I wonder who. I wonder who these troops are. I wonder who we're in combat with. But, as Just Pitt said, bless our SCP filmmakers. If you are not following Andrea Joshua Asnikar, you really should be. Just let me hit like, share, repost. And post. Got to spread the word, don't you know? That's Global Occult Coalition. I can smell it. You may be right, Desk. You may be right. Remember to go to that community post after stream and leave a comment to boost it. If you can't think of anything cool to say something like Dr. Sherman sent me, or Mobile Task Force Site 42, Psi 42, codename Sigma Boosters reporting in. Get some comments on that. All right, returning back to the chat. And now, Shark Jumping Walrus, thank you for gifting a promotion to today's Containment Hazard Assessment team. If you got that promotion, that membership, make sure to thank Shark Jumping Walrus for their generosity. Aflac, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a fajita on your way past the commissary. What is that fan art on the thumbnail? Is someone trying to besmirch you? Sometimes I feel like the only thing this containment hazard assessment team is passionate about, besides containing anomalies, is besmirching me. That's what it feels like, yes. Hello, silent follower. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some palm frites on your way past the commissary. Yo, Dr. Sherman, how would you contain the Polar Express? Also, hello. Well, hello. And the Polar Express, I believe, is in the same vein as Neverland, where we can't really stop it or contain it, but we can only amnestize people who have visited it so that they forget it was real. I believe that's how we handle that. I just came from the Bill Cipher Wrong Cards short. Yeah, that Bill Cipher short is really doing numbers right now. Who knew that Cosmic Dorito singing Wicked would be such a viral concept, trying to end my life in that manner? Peculiar. Goldtooth Lair, thank you for your 1-month member message as a level 1 researcher. Get yourself a plate of garlic fries on your way past the commissary. The anomalous kobold is here. Hello there, Dr. Sherman. Well, hello to you too. Skullwolf Kurt, thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some enchiladas on your way past the commissary. Hello, Doctor. I missed the beginning, so I will watch later. How are you? Well, glad you made it to the stream at all. We still have about 30 minutes left on the clock for today's stream, and I'm doing well. Fan Art Friday, the double-length edition, was quite successful. Your submission went over quite well for when you watched the VOD. Nice hair, Doc, is as a side effect of something. Only a side effect of having a good hairstylist. Our on-site stylist is on point. I made sure to staff that position quite well. Dr. Sherman, what would your villain name be for your evil and sexy plans? Well, my rules seem to be, at least my naming conventions, are that if I have a villain showing up in something, and I want you to very blatantly see who they are so I don't have to explain, I usually switch their names. In a D&D campaign that I was running, so to speak, I wanted the bad guy to be a very prominent Shakespearean actor. I had him being basically Patrick Stewart. And so I could get across to my players that we needed who this person was very simply. I said, oh yes, that is the main villain of today's campaign, Sir Stuart Patrick. And so, you could go with Dr. Sherman Theron and reverse the names. If the names don't reverse, such as Stuart Patrick and Patrick Stewart, they switch, and so does Theron Sherman or Sherman Theron. If the names don't switch, you could just switch the starting letters, maybe. So, like, Katie Maravich would be Maddie Karavich. You just switch the first initials and you make it a different name. That's the second way I make my villain versions. And of course, the third is backward names, because I keep seeing people already quoting my Dr. Namris. Dr. Namris is a very villainy sounding name. Intern Dana Vermeck, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. What was the evil Shakespearean actor's plan? Please, I need to know. So Sir Stuart Patrick's evil plan was to run a version of the play Macbeth that the player characters ended up absorbed into. And it might have been Hamlet. It was Hamlet, because more people die in Hamlet. And Stuart Patrick was putting our cast through the play Hamlet. They had to survive a lot of will saves to change enough of the play so that they did not get killed. Also, Stuart Patrick was a vampire. All right, I'm just getting the chat set up really quick because it was having a glitch. I wasn't seeing some chats. Okay. Goldtooth Lair, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a chicory coffee on your way past the commissary. Are you deeply apologize, and I have missed a few of your streams. What's in a certain doctor didn't fix the TV in my room that the dwarves destroyed it. It was difficult for me to get this one. Well, do your best to catch up on the VODs. They're on the playlist. And it's good to have you back. And yes, cleanup from the dwarves invasion is timely, but they are very good at breaking things. Zero Sleepless Fox, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Get yourself a waffle on your way past the commissary. I'm not saying I've been dropped in the SCP verse. I'm not saying I have the ability to choose the power of any other SCP, but if I were one SCP, what power should I choose in this theoretical? You used to choose the power to stay safe and contained in a box and to not cause problems. My favorite power. Intern Kudakin, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a plate of fried chicken on your way past the commissary. Hey Doc, semester's here. Means more art. I might even get you the mesmerizer I mentioned before. Chad, I trust you on getting this reference. Well, I hope the Containment Hazard Assessment team does, because I do not understand the reference. But that might be because I'm getting back from a trip, and I have undergone a little bit of amnestic therapy due to the trauma involved. I'm fine. I'm fine. But yes, more art is always a good thing. No one will complain about that. Doctor, where are the churros? In the commissary, obviously. Hi, Dr. Sherman. What exactly is SCP-096? I've been fighting for my life to get my supervisors to show me a picture of them, but they wouldn't tell me why they won't show me what it is. Do you know? If you don't know what it is, why are you so desperate to see a picture of it? Why wouldn't a text description work? Why wouldn't a spoken description work? Why does it have to be a picture? Is there something you're not telling me? Do you know more than you are claiming? Maybe. Keep an eye on that one, people. Zero Sleepless Fox, thank you for donating again to say, how can I get a luxury box? Well, you would need to be friends with an overseer, probably. They get certain privileges when they're contained. It's not ethical, but, you know, people are going to be as people, even in the highest ranks of the Foundation. Skullwolf Kurt, thank you for donating again to say, by the way, if you had to be in a room with one SCP for 48 hours, what would it be? I'm going to hang out with specifically, tangentially SCP-3999-J, but that's because in reality, the containment of SCP-3999-J includes the entire, I think it's the R wing of Site-42. It's just locked off while researcher Talaran and several claimed researchers, but they seem to be pinup models, are partying in the R wing with a bunch of hot tubs and go-karts and an open bar and Xbox 360s. I mean, by now we've probably upgraded their tech a little bit. But they have a pool and a hot tub. They've got a lot of things over in that R wing that I would like to have available myself. So maybe I'd hang over there in 3999-J's for a little bit. Clowie, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Intern Kudikin, thank you for donating again to say, Doc, how do I ascend to the writing level of SCP-8980? Well, the number one thing I'm going to tell you, and it's the most obvious thing, unfortunately, is you got to do a lot of reading and you got to do a lot of writing. If we go to Yossi Posi's author page, creator of SCP-8980, and I just do a gentle scroll here. 8980 is one of the last articles they wrote, followed by 8765, 8630, 7777, 7412, 6969. The joke is sex. And it just keeps going. They have written many SCP articles. It just keeps going. Oh, and there's also tales. Tales have been written by Yossi. Oh, joke SCPs? Yossi wrote joke SCPs too? And then has run the several anthologies, I believe, that is. Ah, no, that's an anthology, and then a hub, a theme, and a theme. Yossi has done a lot of work before 8980. And so the best thing you can do is practice. Write your own stories. Build, and every time you write, and then you rewrite, and you edit, and you rewrite, and you edit, you get better. It is the practice that makes amateur writers, professional writers, what they are. Classes, study, practice. I just heard that if you stare at a photo of SCP-096, something cool would happen, but my supervisor refuses and won't tell me why. Who told you that looking at SCP-096's photo causes something cool to happen? Give me the name. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Scully Zib, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a pixie stick on your way past the commissary. And you didn't send a message, so simply thank you for your generosity. What is your favorite SCP? Intern Valerian. I always say my favorite SCPs at the end of stream. It's kind of a tradition around these parts, and stream is ending in about 20 minutes. But if you want to know earlier, you could go to yesterday's stream and check the outro. You could cheat that way. Or you could donate, and I'll just say it then in answer of your donation. Skullwolf Kurt, thank you for donating again to say, Dr. Thanks, you are the reason I did the fan comic. Well, I am proud to have inspired you to make some art, and I hope that you continue to do so. Because, heck, you got a pretty good layout style and stuff right there, so you put a little work into that, you clean it up, you are well on your way to being in the papers, or to having a successful webcomic or something. Last time I checked in, you were in the stomach with a Bible-eating cult. How did the mission go? Intern Rex. First of all, been a while. Good to see ya. Second of all, Desk got given an award for the discovery of the Sons of the Swallowed, which is what I found when I ate the Bible to go in there. Mahogany bitch. Yesterday, I saw a video of a new form to categorize the danger of SCPs from the channel The Vulcan. Any ideas if other sites will adopt it? Intern Santiago, can you tell me about the video you saw? Do you know the title of it? Is it in your YouTube history? I know that Vulcan has been on hiatus for a while. So, with that in mind, it's probably not a new video. But I'm gonna guess the most likely thing you're talking about is the updated ACS, Anomaly Classification System. And the ACS has, besides containment classes that we're used to, Safe, Euclid, and Keter, you have clearance level, containment class, disruption class, risk class, and secondary class. And so this gives you all the different types and meanings of classifications for danger, chance of breaching the veil, as well as chance of breaching containment, with lots of different logos made by several SCP artists, which is pretty cool. So you might want to go to the ACS guide on the SCP database for more information. Or watch Vulcan's video if it was pretty good. But yes, numerous new SCP documents have adopted the new format. Goldtooth Lair, thank you for donating again to say, anyway, I'm probably going to bounce. Happy to see you're still doing your thing. Now to break containment and do another fishing trip. Good luck. We will be chasing you. I dare you to hit the shy guy. Well, intern tackle. If you just do it pinata style, with a blindfold and a stick, you'll be more than safe. It's not even a challenge. My friend told me that if you stare really closely at a photo of SCP-096, a portal would spawn or something. I really want to test it. My supervisor refuses. Can I ask know why they refuse? Your friend is a liar. You do not have classification level for that knowledge. Your friend is being demoted to D class, and if you keep asking, so will you be. Hey, Dr. Sherman, I just watched part of the stream where you reacted to my art. I've never been happier. Thank you so goddamn much. Love you as always. Can't wait to show the animation. Hey, Ophelia Unavailable, thank you so much for submitting. Your art is fantastic. We appreciate your caliber of work being among the mix with our team. You are inspiring our artists to improve. So thank you so much. How's the Mark situation? Last I heard from the containment team, New Zealand has been breached. I haven't heard of any new countries being breached by the Markiplier Horde yet, but as it gets closer and closer to the 30th of January, I do have worries that the situation is going to become untenable. Thankfully, an evacuation route to an alternate dimension that has not been taken over by a horde of Markiplier clones is available. Just joined someone. What happened to your hair? Well, I got it dyed by a stylist, and it has faded and faded over time, and eventually I have to get it retouched. I feel like that is an obvious question. New SCP classifications, the anomaly classification system explained, is the video title. Okay, yes. In that case, the question I only have is... how old is that video? Volgan made that video 4 years ago, so at the very least, the new ACS is about 4 years old. But I think it's a little bit older than that. It's just a matter of how long it takes to make a video explaining it afterwards. Oh, I do see a couple Ko-Fis have come in. Let me get those before I forget the notification exists. Foxtrot, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member, I believe. And thank you for making the effort to donate through the Ko-Fi, which has a 3% fee per donation, as opposed to a 30% fee of YouTube Super Chats. So we greatly appreciate you making the effort. Make sure to grab yourself some brisket on your way past the commissary. Hey Doc, I played VR chat with some friends and also SCP fans, with a friend who wasn't, to play to SCP-016, I think, the anomalous bouncy ball. That's SCP-018, but you were close. He freaked out on how fast that thing can go, but safe to say I think we got a new fan. Also question, does a detailed verbal continue in next dono? Oh, well, thank you for donating again to continue your questions. Does a detailed verbal description count as knowing 096's face, thus will cause it to attack? Both the person that spoke it, obviously they know, but now the one who was told as well. No. It does not matter how well, how perfect you can describe 096's face with words, whether they be text or spoken. You only get attacked by 096 with a visual perception of the face, be it photograph or video. Drawings do not count. Text does not count. Spoken word does not count. But yes, keep spreading the gospel of SCP to the people. We will have more troops as we can, Mobile Task Force Psi-42. Which reminds me that, hey, the likes are well above the viewer count. Congratulations, Containment Hazard Assessment Team, for your skill in hitting that like button. Your efforts will bring the algorithm to bring us more people who we will either turn into SCP fans or at least inform them that SCP is thriving on YouTube and that they can help to grow the community so we can have better SCP art, stories, SCP miniseries is coming up, live action films, animations, games, all sorts of merch, and we thank you for your service for hitting that like button and helping us to do so. Escape Goat, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Wafa Thin Mint on your way past the commissary. Any SCP tales that take place in Africa? Oh, plenty. There are a lot of SCPs in Africa. Now, it's such a broad search that you're gonna have trouble searching for it because so many things will come up. But SCP-1265 is in the Congo. SCP-130 is in South Africa. 8718 is in Africa. We talked about that one recently on stream, the electric vines. Several anomalies are located in Africa, yes. Yes, Desk, we all know you bless the rains. What is this? Oh, okay, clear that. That's not supposed to be there. Thank you. All right, we're back. We're back. Intern Cat Girl, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Is the reason that we don't have Half-Life 3 yet is because it was anomalous and had to be contained. It's not about that. Next question. Affleck, thank you for donating again to say, why are the Iplies merging and turning red? Why are the Iplies merging and turning red? What does that mean? What? We have the Markiplier horde. But now you're talking about Iplies, which is a different classification, genus of the Markiplier style entities. And we're all familiar with Agent Iplie. It's worrying. Hi, Dr. Sherman. These safe class SCPs get so boring so quickly. When can I move up to the higher ranks? You do realize we use giving people Keter duty as a threat, right? Also, you do realize that some of the safe class anomalies are some of the most dangerous ones. Safe means easy to contain, not safe in the colloquial sense. Oh, Affleck, you assumed an Iplie and a Markiplier were the same thing. That's where you're wrong! No. There are many genus of the Marks, of the Markipliers, of the Iplies. You gotta be careful. We don't want to mix these up. There could be problems. But okay, so you're saying the Markipliers are forming into some sort of red thing. I don't know what that would mean, but if there's that many of them across the numerous countries that have been infected, maybe if they turn into kaijus, then we can kaiju fight them, which would make it a lot easier to contain them, actually. This could go in our favor. I'm being told to look at the Markiplier map. I don't want to look at the Markiplier map. Containment says that they have it on hand. They say that I don't need to worry about it, that I can handle stream. I don't want to look at the map. I don't want to. Yeah, we knew they were in the UK. So hold on. So obviously we know that America's lost. And we lost Guam. Now Australia and New Zealand, those hurt. Those were more recent. Canada's having some problems. The UK is still there, but I'm not seeing anything outside the UK yet. So right now the map seems like it's the same as it was before. But what countries we have here? Yeah, no. There's no new countries. We're doing fine. You guys got me all scared for nothing. No, this is as bad as it was as of like 2 days ago. You scared me. Okay, some of you just aren't caught up with the drama. I see how it is. No, this is as bad as it's been for now. See how the marks are big and red? It's a map. It's symbolic. They're not literally. They're not literally, right? Oh, I'm going to have to look at that. I sure thought it was symbolic. Researcher Kittyfly, welcome to Level 1 Researchership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Skullwolf Kurt, thank you for donating again to say, here for some tea. You are a little stressed. All right, well, the stream ends in 3 minutes, and I'll go get some tea at the commissary. What is the link for the Markiplier map? Lucas, the intern, you can find that at ironlung.com. under the buy tickets section. That's the discrete link we have set up for SCP Foundation staff members to figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, Ophelia unavailable. Don't worry, you don't have to tell me that that fan art exists. If you look at the thumbnail of this stream, I already found it. Is the 6'7" kid really an SCP, or is it like a Siren Head situation? You've got it exactly right, intern over swinger. It is a Siren Head situation again. And in fact, we've already moved on from the 6'7" kid being an SCP, so to speak, to what they call now SCP Wish I Knew, which is another brain rot thing that they then made it analog horror and then pretended it was an SCP. Basically, if you make anything on the internet analog horror, it automatically becomes an SCP in the mind of children. Which, while nice that we are so relevant in the cultural zeitgeist, is a little annoying to have to clarify from time and again. Escape Goat, thank you for donating again to say, what people precious do you take to be saved on the day today at the Foundation? What people precious do you take to be saved on the day today at the Foundation? Escape Goat, I'm going to need you to clarify. I don't exactly know how to respond to that. Desk, keep an eye out for Escape Goat's response to what they actually meant to say. Meanwhile, Kittyfly, thank you for donating again to say, what was the first SCP you ever encountered? Oh, I'm sorry. I've been staff here for over 13 years. I have no recollection. I have been through too many amnestic treatments. Now, the first SCP I ever documented and worked with is SCP-3086, codename Death of the Author, etc., aka George the Chinchilla. So you can check that document out if you want to see that. Let me check this Ko-Fi notification so I don't forget it exists. Site 60, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as going through the Ko-Fi, making the effort. Grab yourself a banana split on your way past the commissary. So, Dr. Sherman, if I make bracelets of SCPs, can I get featured in Fanart Friday? Well, if you send pictures of them to Fanart Friday, the bracelets people have been making have been featured, although it depends on how many you send. Let's not overdo it with the same thing again and again here. Let's diversify. Dr. Sherman, if you can get all of us at Site 60 out of Florida, some of my teams will milk the clowns. I mean, if we got to move all of Site 60, that's a pretty tall order, but I'll look over it and see what we can do. Affleck, thank you for donating again to say, Dr. Sherman, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? Mine is square. Always when dealing with surrealistics, I have to kind of go to that side of the mentality. My favorite color of the alphabet would have to be shed. Big fan of shed right now. Intern Sprunky, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Let me guess, I missed the art. Dr. Frogman, you did in fact miss the art. In fact, we are just about to begin the outro. Escape Goat, sir, thank you for donating again to clarify. Sorry I got distracted while typing. I meant personal safety precautions do you take each day? Yeah, guys, just so you know, if you're doing super chats, YouTube's super chat keyboard is super dumb. It is very hard to type with. on mobile. I don't know how they fucked up the programming that bad, but yeah, it's terrible. So I don't blame you. I just also will need clarification if it fucks up your speech. Sorry I got distracted while typing. What personal safety precautions do you take each day? I see. So, I mean, there's... where do you want to start? There's so many. Obviously, I stay out of the Keter wing as best I can. As site director, I cannot be around the more dangerous anomalies. Can't be the first to go. The captain goes down with the ship, but I still need to give orders to secure the site during a breach. Obviously, we go through several inoculations for mimetic hazards, anomalous viruses. As a site director, you get a minor version of health-boosting anomalies to keep you awake and alert. It's like super caffeine. It's great. Okay. Site 42 staff, I have to get to today's tests. They are very important. So this is the end of stream. And as always at the end of stream, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. Not that I would ever list the SCPs that I personally wrote as my favorites. That would be cheating and sheer narcissism. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page in Site 42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're looking at the SCPs I wrote, one tab over, you'll see a list of links. Links that people ask about a whole lot, but they never seem to find. Very sad for them. Not smart enough. Damn shame. But you guys in the Containment Hazard Assessment team, you are the smart cookies. So you'll be able to find those links. And while you are at those links, you can become a Patreon patron or YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly. You can do super chats or Ko-Fis if you want to donate to us one at a time. Either way, we thank you for your financial support to Site 42. It's the easiest way to keep Site 42 running for myself and the team, and we appreciate your generosity. Now, if you're part of the Broke Gang, and trust me, we are an arts community, we know what starving artists are. It's a thing. Broke Gang is still highly appreciated as long as they are the type who hit the like, share, subscribe, comment, chat, mambo on all of our works, as well as the SCP content creators that we support here, such as the SCP Wiki and its authors and artists, or the SCP animators, game devs, merch makers, and filmmakers. Remember, you have a mission to go to Andre Joshua Asnikar's YouTube channel community post and comment on that bitch. That way people see it. Hit the like button and comment. Say Dr. Sherman sent you if you ain't got nothing to say. And so, I will be checking the community post tomorrow to see if you fulfilled your mission. There will be kudos and demerits granted. Because that's the power of Mobile Task Force Site 42, codenamed Signal Boosters. And we thank you for your service, for helping us support the community. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 8980. Content warning, last one's a rough read. Now, Site 42 staff, this has been Dr. Theron Sherman in another Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you've got it made. I'm not in love, no, no. It's because the credit song is I'm Not in Love by 10cc. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff. Secure, contain, protect.